There is easily a single question that I get asked more off my YouTube videos than any other. I would say by 10 times the amount of all the other questions, and that is, hey, what's that board that you're beading on? What is that surface? Where do I get one? I really like them. Well, the answer is they're called Bead On It boards. And Bead On It boards is the name of the company that makes them. It's done here in the US. All of it is made here in the US. And it is absolutely my favorite surface to bead on. And I would actually be kind of embarrassed to tell you how many of these Bead On It boards in various sizes and shapes I have. I'm going to guess that I'm right around the 25, 30 mark. The problem is what I do when you have that many of them is you have to do a project and then you just stack another board on top of it, and then you have another half-done project and you stack another board on top of it. So I don't really suggest that you'd have that many. But so I have been sending people off to buy them at from the Bead On It board lady. I now am selling them at jillwisemandesigns.com, and I'm super excited about that. And what I have been able to do is work with the woman who created these, and I picked some exclusive fabrics. So I have these two fabrics now. One is kind of the wild print, kind of fluorescent-y, just wild. It made me happy. I just thought it was a very pretty, happy kind of fabric. And so that one is available. And then this one is a little more sedate. It is sparkly. And so it's kind of got a green, blue, purple shift to it. When you move it around, you can kind of see how it changes in the light. So it's a little more subtle, so if you want something a little more subtle. She has a number of different surfaces for the flat part of the Bead On It board, and I picked one that's very soft. It's called a plush surface, and it's almost like a very low nap velvet. It's really soft, and I really like working on it. So the only place that you can get these two patterns, is at jillwisemandesigns.com. This is the size that I chose to start working with, and the reason is this is the most common size that I use personally at home. It's an 8.5 by 11 are the dimensions. And one of the things that I really like about this also is you've got this channel around here, and people sometimes will say, well, don't your beads get stuck down in the channel? And the answer is they don't. I actually use that as kind of a holding spot for beads. So for instance, as I'm working along, and if I cull out some bad beads, if they're extra big or they're cut wrong or there's no hole or something like that, I push those off to the side there, so I purposely kind of put them in that little ridge, and then I know what those beads are. They're the ones that I don't want to use. And then when I get to a stopping point, I just take my fingers and pull those beads out of that channel and then throw them out. So I actually really like that. And then it also means that, like, if your pets jump on your board or something, they're not going to go flying off the edge. It gets caught by these bumpers that you have. So anyway, I think this is an incredible thing to treat yourself with if you love your beadwork and you do a lot of beading. The other thing I want to mention is that it's a hard surface on the back. So for instance, you can put it on your lap or something, and it's a board surface as opposed to something that's soft and would move around on you. So you can find yours exclusively in these colors at jillwisemandesigns.com.